accuracy, and it is good. Jake Bates throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash, for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, bunched up. Tua to throw. Has time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone, left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Pass midfield, spinning his way. Pass to 35 to 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my, making his presence felt. 1 play, 60 yards, 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. Week 17 continues. Sunday begins, and the Dolphins looking to play spoiler for the Buccaneers. This is a borderline must-win for Tampa. Obviously not exactly, because Carolina still has to play Seattle in this window as well. But Tampa's still looking to keep their division winning streak alive, at least for a little bit longer. Miami's just trying to evaluate players. No Mika Fitzpatrick today. No Aaron Brewer today. Going to be a kind of a makeshift lineup for the Dolphins, as again a new GM is arriving within the next. Is going to be arriving at the beginning of the year, basically. So they're kind of trying to get guys tape, trying to evaluate players at this stage, and see kind of who's going to be a part of next year's roster. Going to be a very interesting one. Miami sitting again. Miami final home game of the season, trying to go out relatively strong. These final 2 games do mean a bit besides just, evaluating players. Some reports out there from Dolphins beat writers to even Schefter hinting towards this, that if Miami does finish this season 6-11, that we could be seeing even more shakeups in the front office. I kind of doubt that, but we'll see. But obviously it all starts with this one. Miami's trying to play spoiler. 7-10 season would be better than I expected from this team before the year. But currently sitting at like that 5-6 win mark that I was like is Miami's low end for the season, saying that Miami's either a 5-6 win team or a 10-11 win team. So far they've been a 5-6 win team. Obviously it's 2 weeks games against Tampa and New England at the end of the season do not really bode well for Miami to get closer to 500, but do you really want to at this point? I'm not a massive fan of like actively losing, going out there and purposely losing. But if you're But I also in the same breath there. I mean, Miami currently sits at the 11th overall pick entering today. A loss will put them back into the top 10. So there's that. The kickoff is moments away. Quinn Ewers making his second NFL start. Again, I think he played decently well against Cincinnati last week. He made really one or two massive errors in that game. But for the most part, I think he played fine. I'm curious to see how he plays against a much better defense in Tampa. But yeah, we will see. Kickoff is moments away. Todd Bowles is nearly a perfect 500 in his career as a Tampa head coach so far. It's crazy. McDaniel has the same record as Todd Bowles over the past 4 years. Much different feelings into both of those locker rooms, though. All right, Miami will get the ball first in this one. We get to see Quinn Ewers in this offense early. Again, I'm curious to see how Quinn and this offense plays against Tampa. A much better defense than what they went against in Cincy last week. So we'll see. These final 2 weeks are kind of like the more true test to see if see how much of a chance Quinn's going to get next year. As kickoff is underway, going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Miami will be getting from the 35. And the rocking the colored end zones, the fully painted end zones today. Hell yeah. Again, I wish Miami used the fully painted end zones a lot more. Obviously, they can't because of college football, which sucks, but whatever. Yeah, like last week for Quinn, 20 for 30 completion, 260 yards through the air. Again, one of the interceptions, like one fully blame him on, the other I will. The Ewers in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receiving options to the right as well. Play action looking to throw, Quinn rolling right, pass right side, caught by Greg Dulcich up to about the 39. All right. All right, so Phillip Rivers is getting the start today. I saw something that was like, if Phillip Rivers gets like over 250 yards passing these next 2 weeks, he will pass Ben Roethlisberger in the all-time passing yards leader list, which would be the most pettiest thing ever that he could do, but I would love it at the same time. And so 2nd and 6, Ewers in shotgun, back to his left. Quick pass left side, can be caught with some space. Bounces out left side. Nice move inside, past midfield to 45 to 40. And finally brought down near inside the 35 to the 33. It's Malik Washington on the reception. There is a penalty, though. I have a feeling this is going to be coming back. Just like in the second half last week. Miami had a big-time play, and it comes back due to offensive holding. So 2nd and 16 coming up. It was the same thing last week. In the second half, you had that big play, on the opening drive of the half, and then it follows up by a fumble. Hopefully, the same thing doesn't happen here. And it's just again, it's just, you get that big play, and just it being called back sucks. Like when you have like a bunch of 3rd, 4th strings playing for Miami today, I'm not surprised it's gonna be some of those kind of mistakes. Ewers in shotgun, pump fake left, pass back right, gonna be caught, and Devon Achane maybe gets a yard on the reception up to about the 30. We'll see what the spot says on that, but not much. It's gonna be a 3rd and long. Not a great start for things. And so 3rd and 16, 3rd and 15 and a half or so. Ewers in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass deep over the middles into a tight window that's incomplete. Trying to fit one there to Malik Washington. Never really had a chance. And Miami will go 3 and out on the opening drive. Again, it's an unfortunate 3 and out because the Holden to bring back was a big time play. Completely killed that drive, and it's too many of those kind of mistakes. All right, punt comes off clean from Pro Bowler Jake Bailey. Going to be returned beginning from the 16, breaks off one tackle, has space down that right side, past the 20, 25, and past the 30, out of bounds to the 31. It was Jake Bailey laying a hit there. Hell yeah. Let me actually make sure that Jake Bailey's a Pro Bowler. He should be. I don't think so, though. Forget the Pro Bowl. I know Miami has 1 Pro Bowler. Alright, so Baker Mayfield takes the field. Oh yeah, Devon Achane's out 1 Pro Bowler right now. Jake Bailey has been having a good season, though. All right, first play for Tampa. Baker under center, back behind him. Ball on their own 32. Play action looking to throw. Baker pass left side, going to be caught. And gets brought down near the 40. It's Cade Otton on the reception. All right. Going to be a second and roughly 2. Yeah, Tristan Wirfs is out for this game. All right, second and 2. Baker under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 40. Baker going to hand this off up the middle. And there's space for Bucky Irvin to get past the 45 to about the 42. 47, I mean. All right. I got Jonathan Vilma talking now about how Jordan Brooks is not a Pro Bowl starter. He's an alternative. Which is how is the league leader in tackles not a Pro Bowl starter? Like, come on. Baker in shotgun, back to his left, tight end in the backfield to his tight end to his left, back to his right. Going to play action, look to throw, pass over the middle is incomplete. Looking for Mike Evans. It's Rasul Douglas in coverage. Rasul Douglas has been playing great for Miami in this back half of the season. I would like to see him return. I'm just not sure, like, money-wise, if that's going to be doable. But he's definitely someone that, like, should be a part of this secondary going forward. Him and Jack Jones would be a nice returning pieces, especially if the idea is to bring in someone else from for that secondary help. Baker, quick pass right side, can be caught past midfield and brought down at about the 44.5 or so yard line. Is Jalen McMillan on the reception. So a 3rd and about 2 coming up. And so far, not surprised with how this game's going. Baker in shotgun, going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be stuffed. Jordan Brooks and Rasul Douglas combined for the tackle. And it's 4th and 1 coming up for Tampa. They have a decision to make here. Again, Jordan Brooks should have been a Pro Bowler. He has been a fantastic player, a great leader. Like he's been a bright spot for this Miami defense that has been rough the entire season. So 4th and 1, they're going to go for it. Baker under center, back behind him. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to be enough for the first. Sean Tucker barely gets enough there. So the Buccaneers drive, Buccaneers drive gets extended. There we go. So 1st and 10 from the Miami 42-ish. Baker under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right, man in motion right to left. Baker play action looking to throw. Has time, dump off left side for Bucky Irvin, gets past the 40 and out of bounds near the 37. Gain of about 5. That's Cameron Good on the tackle. A former, 3rd, 4th round pick from Miami a few years back. Kind of just been stuck. It's kind of been a pretty solid special team player for Miami over the past 2-3 years. Now getting some chance to actually play linebacker. Again, it's the fact that Cameron Good is getting proper defensive snaps, and Channing Tindall is nowhere to be seen. Is he even still on the roster? Baker under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 5. 9 minutes to play in the first. Baker handoff up the middle and stuffed behind the line for a loss of 2. Who else but Jordan Brooks? That man should have been a Pro Bowler. Again, he probably will be because of first alternative. There's going to be guys dropping out. But Jordan Brooks, unblocked into the backfield. Hell yeah. I don't even see Channing Tindall on my Miami depth chart anymore. That's crazy. That was a 3rd round pick that just did not get any type of action. Baker in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 7 from the Miami 39. Baker looking to throw. Has some time. Passing left side. Going to be caught to the 21. That's Jaleel McMillan on the reception. And they pick up the first on 3rd down. Jeez, I'm also trying to keep an eye on this Steelers-Browns game because I want to see Myles Garrett break the sack record. Baker in shotgun, back to his right. Looking to throw. Pressure coming, trying to step left and sacked. Bradley Chubb into the backfield. A loss of 3. So 2nd and 13 coming up. Bradley Chubb is one of the players that's kind of in a weird spot this year in the final few weeks for Miami. Because, it would be cool to see him return, but just the contract situation is weird. He's under contract, but I'm not sure if that's a dollar amount Miami wants to work with. Baker in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, 2nd and 13 from the Miami 24. Baker looking to throw. Has time, pass over the middle, gonna be caught, and gets roughly to the 11. Is Jalen McMillan on the reception. We'll see if that's gonna be ruled a first or not. He definitely caught it. It'll depend on the spot. I think it's gonna be a first. Yeah, it's definitely caught. Alright, they're gonna say 1st and 10. So Baker under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Toss right. Gonna be getting inside the 10 and down to about the 6. So a 2nd and 5-ish coming up. Nine players with 300+ scrimmage yards this season for Tampa is tied for the most. With Chicago, who won the NFC North last night, thanks to the Packers losing, and Kansas City is on that list as well. Which is, we're getting pretty much everything. A lot of things are going right for Kansas City this season, stats-wise. Just actual results-wise, they could not get the job done most of the time. Baker to throw in 2nd and 4. Pressure coming, passing right side, going to be incomplete. Jordan Brooks, a nice hit against Sean Tucker to force it loose, and a 3rd and 4 coming up. All right. Yeah, I need Jordan Brooks to be back next year. Because I'm pretty sure this is a final year. I know again, I always forget he's under contract next year. But obviously extend him could be nice. But the fact he's under contract next year is one less thing to worry about in the offseason. Baker in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. 3rd and 4 from the 5. Baker looking to throw, pass, end zone. And it's Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa. They strike first. A very nice opening drive for the Buccaneers. And with 5:27 to play in the first quarter, they're up by 6. Yeah, that's a great catch from Godwin. A good throw from Baker to put it on his outside shoulder. That way, Ashton Davis couldn't really make a play on the ball. All right, so the extra point. It is up, and it is good. All right, so 5:27 to play in the first. We'll head to a commercial break, as Miami's second drive will be next. All right. At commercial break. Oh, did Indianapolis just get a turnover? Oh, yeah, they picked up a fumble. Hey, pressure on Jacksonville now. Yeah, the Carolina-Seattle game is instantly going to highlights. Tampa-Carolina next week's going to be a fun matchup. That's going to be a fun one. Of course, since he scored early, Patriots scoring early is not surprising either. Is that what happened in? No, that's a throw. As we're still at commercial break between Miami and Tampa. At commercial break. I still like that fear factor is returning, and with Johnny Knoxville being the host, it makes so much sense. All right, just coming back from commercial break. After a 14-play Tampa drive, Miami's offense will be back on the field trying to answer. Yeah, the difference in opening drives. I mean, again, it's not fair to say Miami had -6 yards when most of that was off of a penalty. But yeah, was not great. Kickoff underway, going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Miami will begin from the 35. So let's see. Let's see what improvements they make on the second drive. I mean, like offensive performance last week was an above average offensive performance for Miami this season. So like I'm not hating on Ewers just yet. Ewers in shotgun, back to his right. Going to end around this one, right side for Jalen Waddle. Has some blocking to get past the 40 and down to about the 42. Hey, not bad. It works. Oh, now Phillip Rivers wants to throw to Tyler Warren consistently. All right, 2nd and 3 coming up. Rolling in a gain of 7. Ewers under center. Back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Play action looking to throw. Ewers with some time. Rolling right. Passing one deep right side and is overthrown and incomplete. Looking for Malik Washington. So a 3rd and 3 coming up. Yeah. So Ewers in shotgun, and there's movement before the snap. False start on Miami. 3rd and 8 coming up now. So yeah, a hold in on the opening drive that killed it pretty early. And now a false start to make it a 3rd and medium. This is where Miami has beaten themselves multiple times. Ewers in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, 3rd and 8, looking to throw. Has time, pass left side, wide open, with space, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, Theo Weiss Jr. ties this game up for Miami. The first career touchdown grab for Theo Weiss. The first career passing touchdown for Quinn Ewers. Those two had a great connection in the preseason. It manifests here in week 17. That is beautiful. And the extra point is right down the middle. This game is tied. So what happens with the football now? That's both of their first career touchdowns. Who gets the ball? like who gets the ball in that scenario? It's a 63-yard touchdown pass. Hell yeah. And yeah, one of the better decisions that McDaniel and his team made when Ewers was named the starter was also putting Theo Weiss in the lineup because of the chemistry that they clearly showed in the preseason, and it's just continuing now against, again, a really good defense. So we're at commercial break after the 63-yard touchdown. What a first career touchdown pass. I already know some Dolphins fans are going to be annoying about that. it was a good throw. Also wide open. And again, it's just something with how Ewers is throwing both so far today and last week. The ball just comes out of his hands. It just pops out of his hands. It's a lot more effortless than what we've seen with Tua this season. Just planted that back foot and just let it rip. It's a 3-play scoring drive. Hell yeah. That was a beautiful play by Ewers and by Theo Weiss. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 1-yard line. Face out past the 15, past the 20, 25, and down to about the 31. There is a penalty downs. Might be against Tampa. Yep, it is holding against the Buccaneers. We're going to push them back 10. They'll start this drive inside their own 20 at the 17. So 1st and 10 for Tampa. Baker under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Baker making some adjustments at the line. Ball on their own 17. Baker going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to get to about the 20, 21-yard line or so for Bucky Irvin. Patriots already up 14-0 against the Jets. That game's going to be ugly. Second and 6. Baker under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion left to right. Baker play action looking to throw. Dump off right side. Going to be Bucky Irvin, who's met at the line for no gain. Jordan Brooks, the first Dolphin there. Jordan Phillips cleans it up afterwards. It's a 3rd and 6 coming up. All right. Hey, force a 3 and out. Get off the field. Oh, what a throw from Rodgers. Again, as especially at this point in the season, with Miami not really not being in anything, I have a quad box going over the few games. All right, Baker in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Has time, pass left side, gonna be caught, and breaks off a tackle, and gets out of bounds near the 36. Mike Evans, what a grab. Through the contact to hang on to that and pick up the chains. Again, Mike Evans being back is massive for this Buccaneers offense. Ashton Davis with kind of a weak hit. At least it looked pretty weak because Mike Evans did not feel anything with it. So Baker under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 37. Play action looking to throw. Baker, pass right side, going to be caught by Rashard White, and he's brought down near the 44. There is a penalty down. It's illegal contact against Miami. Tack on 5 to the end of the play. It's an automatic 1st down. Oh no, just 5 from the spot. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Buccaneer 42. A minute 45 to play in the 1st. Baker under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle is going to get about to the 45. Gain of about 3 for Rashard White. So 2nd and 7. It's a 2nd and 7. 55 seconds to play in the first quarter. Baker in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball on their own 45. Baker looking to throw. Quick pass left side, going to be caught and fights his way to about midfield. It's Cade Auden on the reception. So a 3rd and about 3 coming up. And Tampa does not need to run one more play if they don't choose to. The game clock's about a second ahead of the play clock here, so they can let this run if they want. Baker in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Tight end in motion, left to right. Clock still rolling. And they're going to let this run. End of the first quarter. 15 minutes in the books. I am fine with how Miami's playing in this one. I am genuinely fine. Obviously, like, the opening drive sucked. But, I mean, Quinn Ewers bounced back. Had a nice touchdown pass to Theo Weiss. Defense is playing solid. I mean, I would wish they could get off the field a bit, but I'm fine with how they're playing so far. Yeah, we're at commercial break. Scores from across the league. Cincy just scored to go up 14-0 against Arizona. The Browns are up 10-0 over Pittsburgh in a big-time game there. Tennessee up 6-0 over New Orleans. The Colts only up 3-0 over Jacksonville in a big-time matchup there for the AFC South. The Patriots are up 14-0 over the Jets. Not surprising there, as the Patriots can win the division this week with a win and a Buffalo loss in the 425 game against Philly, which I will be live with as well. And then Seattle is up 3-0 over Carolina. Oh, okay, that's a weird play there for Carolina. Yeah, this game being tied after one quarter of play, I'm fine with it. I am fine with it. Yep, add commercial break. Never mind, since he's only up 13-0, Evan McPherson missed the extra point. Alright. Yep, add commercial break for the end of the first quarter. Alright, just getting back from commercial break. Again, Tampa needs to win out to get a playoff spot and win the NFC South. It is 3rd and 2 from midfield. Baker in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Quick pass right side, going to be caught, but brought down at the line. Bucky Irvin on the reception. Rasul Douglas. No, that's Tyrell Dodson on the tackle. That 5 and 6 in his Dolphins jerseys look way too similar to me. Tyrell Dodson, a great tackle there. The Buccaneer offense is staying on the field. Baker under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. It's a 4th and a long 1. Might as well be a 4th and 2. Man in motion left to right. Play clock winding down. Just don't jump if you're Miami here. Yep, they're going to let this play clock run. It'll be a delay of game against Tampa. So the Miami defense successfully gets off the field on 3rd down and will get this ball back to the offense to try and take the lead. All right, 4th and 6. Punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at about the 13. So Miami will start from there. All right. Yep. Fins up. Okay, I'm happy with Miami's. I'm happy with how Miami's been playing so far. As we're heading to a commercial break. I'm happy with how Miami's been playing. Like, the defense is. I mean, like, yeah, the defense gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're not giving up any massive plays. They're not giving up a lot of chunk plays, which is nice. And the offense, I mean, that touchdown that you was through on the previous drive was nice. Obviously, I'm not expecting stuff like that the entire game, but if he can just play decently well like he did last week, obviously minus the turnovers, but if he can just play like solid football, I'm fine with it. I don't need to see a whole lot. Yep, at commercial break. Indianapolis is up 10-0 over Jacksonville right now. Like I was saying during Power Rankings, is like, and also like during the streams yesterday and Thursday, like did Jacksonville get hot at the wrong time? Because that division's gonna get a whole lot more interesting next week now. If Jacksonville can't pull off and can't pull away with this. Yep, still at commercial break. Yeah, and I saw that Stephon Diggs had a grade Moss over a Jets defender. I'm not surprised May is playing great. Again, the Jets are still without an interception on the season. That's a weird wind kick there for Pittsburgh to get on the board. Ewers toss right side, gonna have some space past the 20 and down to maybe the 21 for Devon Achane. Once yeah, Miami has not been running the ball a lot in this game so far. We'll see how much you keep up with it after the gain of 7. if Jacksonville gets shut, I don't think they will. But if Jacksonville gets shut out against Indianapolis, there's so many more questions at play. Ewers under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna toss right side for Achane once again, and that's gonna be enough for the first. Past the 25, past the 30 to about the 31. Back-to-back carries for Devon Achane. Back-to-back solid carries for Miami's lone Pro Bowler so far. Yeah, that game last night ended up being pretty solid. I'm still like not regretting my decision to not go live with it, but it was a solid game. And now there's a lot more attention on the Steelers and Browns right now because of it. Ewers under center, back and fullback behind him. 1st and 10 from about the 31. Toss left side now for Jalen Wright, who has space past the 35 to about the 39. 3 straight runs, 3 straight gains of 7+. Oh, yeah, Malik Willis has earned himself a payday. I wouldn't go as far to say as he's earned himself a starting opportunity somewhere. I mean, like maybe Miami if they want to play that way. I doubt it. But like it's definitely the case of Malik Willis has earned himself a nice payday. The question is also, would he rather return to Green Bay? Ewers under center, play action looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass over the middle, gonna be caught. Past the 40 to the 36. Greg Dulcich on the great reception. Miami is moving offensively now. I mean, yeah, because with Lamar Jackson being out, Baltimore had to go heavy with Derrick Henry. Like that was gonna be their game plan last night, and it worked. It helps that Green Bay really for the past 5-6 years have not had a good run defense, or at least not a good consistent run defense. Ewers pass over the middle, gonna be into a tight window and incomplete. Looking for Darren Waller. 2nd and 10 coming up. Yeah, because again, he was their offense. Yet he was their game plan. With Lamar Jackson being out, the game plan goes from a mixture of Lamar and Derrick Henry to purely Derrick Henry. All right, 2nd and 10. Ewers in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side, handoff up the middle, and that's Jalen Wright with space. Past the 20, the 15, the 10, and down to the 5. Jalen Wright. And the Dolphins are in the red zone for the first time today. Yo, let's play spoiler. Come on. All we need... So 1st and goal, 10.5 to play in the first half. Oh yeah, New England's up 21-0 over the Jets right now. Ewers in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to try and shovel this forward. It gets tipped, and luckily Ewers himself hangs on to it. A busted play. He's going to make it 2nd and goal from the 11. Yeah, try to flip it forward, but it hits off an arm of a Buccaneer defender. Luckily, Ewers catches that himself. Otherwise, it might have been picked. Yeah. Ewers in shotgun, back to his right and to his left. Pump faking right. Back throw over the middle. Going to be caught. Dulcich breaks off one tackler and gets inside the 5 to the 3. I'll take it. You know, it's not pretty, but we're in week 17, and this team is 6-9. Nothing has to be pretty. As Jalen Waddle is heading to the locker room, I would not be surprised if his season's done just to play it safe. Third and goal. Ewers in shotgun. Back to his left. Tight end in the backfield to his right. Quick throw right to Dulcich. And it's blown up. Not even a chance of that play working. Yeah, that play made... You get to 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. And you don't run the ball once? Like, how do you... Running the ball worked so well on that drive. And you don't do it once you get inside the 5? The 29-yard kick from the right hash is up and good. Miami does take the lead, but Miami easily could have been up 7 right now. That's just a bad string of play calls. It's three screenplays in a row. Once you get to the 5, not a single run play. Like what? Like there's some things that just doesn't matter who's at quarterback. You're gonna lose games with that type of play calling every single time. Because it's you yourself are taking points off the board. It's not Tampa bending but not breaking. You didn't try to run the ball there, which is what got you down inside the 5. I mean, that's probably the case where, like, if you run that screenplay, you get to the 1 or 2 yard line, you go for it on 4th, but the ball arrives, and there's instantly a defender in Dolgers' face. There was not a chance of that play working. Damn, Sal Cannella nearly had a reception there. Former Arlington Renegade. Yeah, we're at commercial break after Miami took the lead. Yep, at commercial break. Yo, Tennessee is going on a run here. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Yeah, Tampa have lost 6 of 7 games after their bye week. They're now in the spot of having to win out to clinch the division. And now find themselves down by 3 with 8:18 to play. Yes, if this game ends early enough, I will go live with the Tank Bowl instead of Philly and Buffalo. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 5. Base out past the 20, 25, and out of bounds near the 28. Miami finally ran the ball on the last drive, and it worked well up until it decided to stop doing it in first and goal. Don't get the play call in 90% of the time with this team. Baker and shotgun back behind him to receive an options to each side. Ball on their own 28. Baker making adjustments at the line. Now shifting the back to his left. Baker, quick throw left side, going to be caught, and that's a gain of about 2. It is Tez Johnson on the reception. 2nd and 7 coming up. They gave him 3 there? All right. Just under 8 minutes to play. Yeah, Tampa should be in a better spot than they are right now, just record-wise. Baker alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Baker looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open with space for the first. It's Chris Godwin who breaks off some tackles and gets to the 40. Yeah, probably. Probably go London. That's a tough one. I don't think either of those two can have really great games. Because it's pick your poison. Rams defense or 49ers defense. Both defenses are tough to go against. I mean, 49ers probably have a better chance against. They can be shit. They also can be really good. It's an any given week with them. Tampa goes Wildcat, and it's Bucky Irving who's going to lose about 2 on that. So a second and 11.5 or so coming up. So second and 11.5, 11. Baker in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Baker with some time, rolling right to buy some more. Launching one deep, right side. It's intercepted. It's picked off and returned past the 20, 25 past the 30, past the 35, and still room down to the 39. There is a penalty marker down now. As it stands, though, it's intercepted. I believe that's Jordan Marshall. That's his first career interception. During the return, there's an unnecessary roughness against Miami. That's fine. It's an interception, though. Dolphins have the ball. And yeah, that's Jordan Marshall. That's his first career interception with 5:57 to play in the half. Or Jason Marshall, I mean. Either way, yeah, first career interception. The rookie out of the University of Florida. First career interception, and it's be Miami ball at their own 22. Jason Marshall with the pick. Hell yeah. Bobbled it a bit, but at the end of the day, he comes down with it. Yeah, an illegal blindside block. Illegal blindside block kind of negates the return. But still, you're in pretty good field position here. Oh, Philip Rivers nearly threw a pick. So Philip Rivers' throwing motion has never looked great, but it works. Yeah. No, Jacksonville is in an interesting spot right now, down by 3. Tennessee's up 13-0 over New Orleans right now. Hey, the Jets got on the board. It's 21-3 in that game. Ugh. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Yeah, Mayfield just didn't put quite enough into it. All right, so 1st and 10. Ewers under center, toss right side. Some good blocking to get to about the 28, 29 for Devon Achane. So you can say to the 28. It's a gain of 4. And entering this week, Devon Achane is top 10 in yards per carry, rushing yards, yards, and scrimmage touchdowns. Yeah. Ewers looking to throw, dump off left side. Can he be caught by Achane with space? Up past the 40 and out of bounds about the 43. Alec Ingold did a good block there on that left side. Yeah, Devon Achane is an absolute weapon. Up for a contract extension in the offseason. Miami better get that done. Yeah, I mean, Emeka Egbuka has not been doing a lot. It's kind of weird. Ewers play action looking to throw, rolling left to dump off left side. Wide open Greg Dulcich for a first down. Inside the 45 to the 44. I mean, yeah, the Browns offense has done enough so far, with their defense also being a really good defense. That's been the thing with Cleveland is they've had really good defenses the past few years. They just haven't had the offense to pair with it. So like, if they can just get an offensive going, they can win. They can win a few games that they probably shouldn't, and this is one of them. Oh, that's a wide open throw for sure. Ewers under center, gonna hand this off right side, and there's space past the 40 and brought down near the 37. Jalen Wright on the carry. Yeah, I think he's their guy, like for at least next year as well. And then obviously, like when we get a full season of play out of him, then we can like truly make some calls and some judgment. But he's definitely playing probably above what even the Browns thought he was gonna be playing like this year so far. Ewers under center, back behind him. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's enough for the first. And down to about the 29 for Devon Achane. The ground game's working. Keep it up. Simple as that. Yeah, Tampa's defense since their bye week has not been good. Ewers in shotgun, a back to each side. First and 10 from the 30. Play action looking to throw. Ewers dump off left side for Devon Achane. Has some blockers in space. Inside the 20, inside the 15, and down to about the 9-yard line. Devon Achane sets Miami up for a first and goal with 2:35 to play in the half. Miami is going to need one more play before the 2-minute warning. But this Miami offense is moving well. It's the Jets. Their logic doesn't make a lot of sense. And also, they're probably trying to keep him healthy to be able to trade him in the offseason because they know he's going to be requesting a trade. Ewers play action looking to throw. Rolling right, buy in time. Still looking. Pass, end zone, incomplete. Just take it yourself, man. You can get 2 yards there and be fine with it. Looking for Cedric Wilson Jr. in the front pylon of the end zone. Incomplete. We head to a 2-minute warning. And we head to a commercial break. Is Brees Hall active? That's another question. He is. Mason Taylor isn't though. That sucks. Neither is Mozzie Smith. Mozzie Smith is a coach's decision. Oh, the Jets got fucking fleeced on that trade. I mean, they still have the draft picks, but oh my. Brees Hall has 4 carries. They also just have not been on the field a lot. They have 14 total plays of offense. And they're over halfway through the first half. All right, 2-minute warning. At commercial break. Miami is trying to capitalize off of the interception. At commercial break. It's not that they want QB, it's that they're saying that all options are on the table, which of course they're gonna say that. Like that's nothing new. They're gonna say all options are on the table, including quarterback. Even though like internally in the building, they probably know if we get the first overall pick, we're probably gonna trade back with it. Like, because like you're not gonna go out there and actively say, "Oh yeah, if we get the first overall pick, we're gonna trade it." Because you can have some fans that are upset about that. And maybe even some people in the building that would be upset about that. Because that's a chance to get a really good player. But no, they get first overall pick, they're probably gonna trade back. All right, second and goal. Ewers and shotgun back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Ewers handoff up the middle for Devon Achane. He's gonna fight his way inside the 5 and down to the 3. Run the ball in goal to go. Simple as that. There is a penalty though. It's holding on Miami. That's right, guy. Okay, that's where you don't run the ball inside in goal to go. Is Josh Meyer the backup center? Going against Vita Vea, yeah. All right, second and goal from the 20. Ewers alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Looking to throw. Ewers with time, pass right side, going to be caught, and gets down to about the 10. It's Devon Achane on the reception. And Tampa will call their first timeout. So the first time you were in goal to go, you stopped yourselves by calling 3 straight screenplays. The second time you're in goal to go, you stop yourself by getting an offensive holding penalty. Yeah, sounds like Miami. As the Steelers just failed a 4th and 1 try. Oh yeah, but the Pop-Tarts Bowl was fantastic. I always love the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Again, the opening drive was 3 and out because of an offensive holding penalty. Miami's been moving the ball pretty well today. Ewers in shotgun, looking to throw in 3rd and goal. Pass, end zone, touchdown Miami! Greg Dulcich, and the Dolphins go up by 10. Too easy of a throw. But the poise in the pocket to stand in there and deliver a great throw over the middle. Tampa's defense has been terrible since their bye week. Miami is simply taking advantage of it. As the extra points up and good. That's not what they're a reference to, but yeah. No, the actual reference was there was a 3rd Pop-Tart on top of that toaster that jumped off the back before being dropped down as a reference to Notre Dame backing out of the bowl game. And also, it's also just Miami's offense. Like even last week against the Bengals, they moved the ball well. They just couldn't finish drives last week. Or in case of the second half, they had some bad turnovers. This week, they're moving the ball well and they're actually finishing their drives. Like they had that opening drive that got killed by an offensive holding penalty. Besides that, all 3 drives were scoring drives. So like it's just solid offense. Yeah, and honestly, I would love it if Miami knocks Tampa out. Obviously, I want Tampa to be in. I think it would be nice for Tampa to go back again. But I think it's also just like it's a special thing for a team like this, for a team like where Miami's at right now, to be able to make an impact like that in the playoffs. Because it's something you can hang on to entering the offseason into next year. Being able to play spoiler like that to some teams, like even next week against New England, I doubt they will do something similar, but we'll see. Yeah, they might. Meanwhile, I'm still waiting for Myles Garrett to break this record. Time's winding down on him being able to do that. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what Houston can do in the playoffs. They're obviously like winning the division will help them, but either way, they're my Super Bowl pick definitively. I know it's unlikely for a wild card team to go to the Super Bowl, but it has happened in the past, even this century. So like it's possible. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 2, past the 10, past the 15, past the 20, 25, and down to about the 30. All right, a minute 36 to play in the first half. Let's see what this defense can do. Yeah, all the different offensive coordinators through the years for Tampa have gone on to be head coaches elsewhere, including Dave Canales, who is playing the game against Seattle, trying to clinch the division against Tampa, as the Panthers just tied things up at 3 in that game. Baker in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. First and 10 from their own 30. Baker looking to throw, dump off right side, going to be caught with some space. Up past the 35 and down to the 36, maybe 37 or so for Bucky Irvin. There is a penalty marker down. It's a block in the back against Tampa. Yeah, so it's gonna be a first and it's gonna be a first and 20 just about. Yeah, Tampa had that great 14 play opening drive. Since then, punt and an interception. The first and 20, Baker in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Pass right side will be nice catch by Cade Auden to about the 26. Yeah, and that's fair. There is still like some concern with how the offense has been playing, but I mean I'm full go on that defense. I'm Baker in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, second and 14 from their own 26, looking to throw once again. Baker pump faking, stepping left, throwing deep, left side, gonna be caught. Jalen McMillan down to the 40. Got behind the defense, and the Buccaneers are past midfield. Yeah. Baker in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, under a minute to play in the first half. Baker looking to throw once again. Pressure coming, trying to step up, now rolling right. Pass right side going to be incomplete. Looking for McMillan once again. So 49 seconds to play in the half. And a 2nd and 10 coming up. Yeah, Jack Jones played a little bit too far inside. Yeah, if he never creeps inside, Jack Jones might be able to make a play on that ball. He came inches away from batting that one away. And Baker in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Looking to throw once again. Baker, some time, pass right side, going to be caught, past the 40, past the 35, past the 30, and out of bounds near the 29, but there is a penalty. This might be against Tampa. 40 seconds to play in the half. And it is holding against Tampa. Push them back. It's Cade Auden who's trying to block Jordan Brooks there. And yeah, some clear holds. So a 2nd and 13 after the hold. Ball on the Miami 44. Baker in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off in time as Baker looks to throw. Has time, pass, right side, gonna be incomplete. Looking for Mike Evans on that slot fade. Just couldn't connect. There's a 3rd and 13 coming up. 35 seconds to play in the half. So 3rd and 13. Mike Evans is on the sideline for 3rd and 13. All right, Baker in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. And Tampa's going to call their 2nd timeout. They're not going to get that snap off in time. Jacksonville is a free play. And Trevor Lawrence going to, good scramble for about 11. Steelers still down by 7. When we get to halftime, we'll do a full score recap. Chop Robinson is being evaluated for a concussion. Questionable to return. Great. All right, 3rd and 13. 35 seconds to play in the half. Baker alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Motion someone into the backfield from that right side. Now motioning that back out wide to the left as Baker looks to throw. Pass right side, going to be caught, but going to be brought down short of the 1st down marker. Jalen McMillan on the reception. It's going to be a 4th and about 7. And Tampa will have a choice to make. Down by 10. And out comes Chase McLaughlin to make this back to a 1-score game. Tampa does get ball to begin the 2nd half. So they're still in a pretty fine spot here. Assuming that this is good. It's a 56-yard kick from the right hash to make this a 7-point game. Kick is up, and it's blocked! Miami blocks it! Miami's first blocked kick of the season. And the offense has a chance to get points before the half now. With 20 seconds and all 3 timeouts, Miami's offense has a chance to get points before the half. As it'll be Miami ball on about the 37-yard line. I
Now, I don't think Miami should make a massive push to get points here. You're up by 10 already. You just completely shifted momentum with the blocked field goal. But I mean, if they get you run the ball, give it to Achan, and if they give you some space with Achan to get to about midfield, then you start going for field goal range here. Zeke Biggers gets the block on the field goal. He's credited for it. That's Miami's first blocked kick of the season, either punt or field goal. Mainly because Miami has not been very aggressive trying to block kicks this season, especially punts, after what happened the first 3 weeks of the season where they had 2 roughing the punter penalties that completely killed momentum. I think Tampa won't get a lot of heat for this, mainly because of what happened with the Colts. A lot more of the attention for an end of season collapse is going to be on the Colts. But yeah, Tampa definitely has had a collapse of their own. Weirdly enough, is 2 Southern Division teams collapsing. Oh, Trevor Lawrence threw a pick in the end zone. Is that Jermaine Pratt's second turnover? Yeah. What? So it's next week. It's Houston plays Indy, right? Right. Ewers in shotgun, back to his left. Miami ball on their own 45. Actually, never mind. Go for field goal range. Ewers pass right side, going to be at the feet of Julian Hill as pressure was coming from his blind side. Just got rid of it. I'm fine with that. 16 seconds. Quinn Ewers, first Dolphins rookie with 2+ passing touchdowns in the first half since Dan Marino. I hate this team. What? How? that's, that's an insane stat. Ewers in shotgun, back behind him. Play action looking to throw. Dump off right side. Might be a backwards pass, but it goes out of bounds at about the 37. That was not a great throw from Ewers, but also NF half stuff. I don't hate Ewers. I'm just more mind blown that Miami has gone 42 seasons. Scratch that. More so 25 seasons without a rookie quarterback having 2 passing touchdowns and a half. That's a pet. What? Miami calls a timeout to avoid a 10-second runoff. That's a penalty? Oh, because it's technically a delay of game. What? Backwards pass out of bounds is apparently a 5-yard penalty and loss of down. Huh? I have never seen that called before. Yeah, because it's technically a delay of game penalty. That's... Alright, now Tampa calls their final timeout. Again, I do not hate Quinn Ewers. Like I'm actively rooting for him to show something in these games, so that way Miami might go with him as a starter next year and not draft someone. Oh, I do not hate Quinn. No. I've like last week when we played Cincy and he the offense did all around did not play the greatest. I was like, Ewers made one mistake last week, but for the most part I liked how he played. I did not say man. Okay, real quick, viewers looking to throw, going to be stacked at the 30. Go to halftime. I did not say I hate this man. I said I hate this team because of the fact that it's been that long in between rookie quarterbacks having 2+ passing touchdowns. I understand why I might come up with I hate this man, but no, it's I hate this team. Yep, we had the halftime. Tampa gets ball to begin the second half. And also a lot of me saying like the I hate this man or hate this team or any of that. A lot of that's just jokes anyway. I don't actually hate anyone involved in any players and stuff. Yeah. No, you're good, you're good. Just me. I have a lot invested in Miami. I don't have that much invested. Same thing with the NFL as a whole. Like I watch a lot of football, but I have massive amount of respect for every single player because I know how tough it is to get to that point. All right. So at the half, quick score update from around the league. Cincinnati up 23-7 over Arizona at the half. Cleveland up 10-6 at the half. Tennessee up 13-10 with a minute to play in that game's first half. Indianapolis up 10-7 at the half. Patriots are up 28-3 and inside the red zone with about 40 seconds to play in the half there. And then between Seattle and Carolina, it is tied up at 3 as that game is about to enter the half. Oh, and Drake May just threw a touchdown pass to Hunter Henry, so it's 35-3 in that game. This game is ugly. What's going on in New England? What is this game? Brady Cook is 4 for 7 passing for 30 yards. Breece Hall has had 6 carries for 30. And 2 receptions. It's just the Jets being... New England has run 42 plays in this game compared to the Jets 17. 344 yards of offense compared to the Jets 68. 23 first downs compared to the Jets 3. New England's just dominating that game. There's nothing else to it. Man, this game is ugly. It's 35-3 now, as I was saying that. But yeah. It's still this is ugly. I have to drive somebody has been looking like. Oh, New England has had 5 straight touchdown drives to begin this game. That explains it. It would be hilarious if we get if the Jets come back from down 35-3. That would be hilarious. May's already at 229. It could. I kind of doubt it though because they're probably going to start running the ball a bit more. 5 straight touchdown drives for New England. No matter how bad Miami might be, at least I'm not a Jets fan. That's the bottom line. Drake May has 4 touchdown passes in the first half. No, it won't be the next Broncos Dolphins. Broncos Dolphins was such a very specific situation. Like I feel like one thing people don't remember with that game is it was 20-10 at the half. Like it was a close game until the second half, and when Miami really ran away with it. I don't, at least not for a while. I don't think we see that kind of game again. Again, that was such a specific type of game that I don't think it happens again. I mean, like that game featured. That game featured what was it? Teddy Bridgewater throwing a 50+ yard touchdown pass to Robbie Chosen. Like no, we're not getting that type of game again. No, it wasn't Bridgewater. Who was? It was Skylar Thompson though in that too. Robbie chose. Never mind. Bridgewater was the year before. Be up at the half. Yeah, the current idea is to go live with Bills Eagles in the 425 slot. If this game ends early enough, though, I will change that to Giants and Raiders just for the fun of it. It won't be a great game, but it's gonna be it would be something. Well, yeah, obviously with the new Broncos defense, it won't happen, but it wouldn't be the Broncos where that would happen too. I was like in the same season, wasn't that the Chargers Raiders game where the Chargers put up 63? Yep, at the half. Tennessee scored to make it a 20-10 game at the half there. And yeah, it's officially a 35-3 game at the half between the Patriots and Jets. You know that if in order for me to do Giants Raiders, I would need this game to end probably about 15 to 20 minutes early. Which it's definitely possible, but I doubt it. Because my thing is I don't want to miss any action for games. So and with that being a 4:05 kickoff, it makes it a little bit tougher to go live with it. But if this game ends early enough, I will. Yep, at halftime. What's Dolphins Twitter talking about? How's Dolphins Twitter talking about this game right now? That's interesting. So in the Carolina Seattle game, every score from around the NFL is being shown except Miami and Tampa. I get the reasoning, but Drake May is 17 for 19 in the first half. Like yeah, at halftime still. It's funny how most of the people responding to Dolphins posts right now are Panthers and Buccaneers fans. Yep, at a commercial break, waiting for the start of the second half. That's in about a minute 15 or so. Yeah, I mean, again, like, ideally they wouldn't, but at the same time, it's a case where it's a case where you wouldn't want Seahawks 40. I mean, you probably could with Seahawks 49ers Sunday Night Football, but I'm sure that game is going to be protected to some degree. Because with all the flexing possibilities, you're gonna have networks protecting games. So Seahawks 49ers would be one that I could see Fox protecting and wanting it on a Saturday spot. In which case, there's kind of not really a choice. If those games are for the 1 seed, you would need that one before it. Again, that's only one specific outcome of games for this week leads to that possibility. There's still plenty of others that mean that is more up in the air. Well, also Giants Raiders is 405 kick because Eagles and Bills is the 425 game, and you still need a game in the 405 slot. There's only two 4 o'clock games this week because of all the games on Thursday for Christmas and the game Saturday. Yeah. All right, second half could be on the way here soon. How many turnovers do the Seahawks have right now? Oh, just the one. Okay. Second half kickoff underway here soon. Yeah, Tampa has not been really trying to run the ball against its Miami defense. In part because through the air, they're playing relatively fine. All right, so Riley Patterson on for the kickoff. And the second half is underway from Miami. Kick going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Tampa will begin from the 35. All right, Tampa. As Chop Robinson has been downgraded to out due to a concussion. So that's a tough blow for his Miami defense. Baker under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Baker gonna play action and look to throw. Pass right side, gonna be caught. And there's a Emeka Egbuka gonna be hit and forced out of bounds near the 41. Jack Jones in coverage there. It was a gain of 7 on the opening play of the half. 2nd and 3 coming up. Baker in shotgun, back to his right, tight end in the backfield to his left. Baker going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be stuffed at the line. Maybe gets half a yard, but not much else for Bucky Irvin, as Kenneth Grant was in on the tackle. Yeah, and the Miami's third quarter point differential this season is absolutely terrible. They've only scored 27 points in the third quarter this season, which is insane to me. Baker in shotgun, looking to throw in 3rd and 3. Pressure coming, stepping up, now rolling right. Pass right side, gonna be short-armed and incomplete. Looking for Chris Godwin. As the Buccaneers go 3 and out on their opening drive of the half. They'll punt this one away. Oh, so week 18 is when we're going to see Riley Leonard start for the Colts, it seems. Punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught. No, going to be let bounce. And it takes a Miami bounce. Going to be downed right around the 31. Some pretty good starting field position as Quinn Ewers takes the field. And we head to a commercial break. Yes, a Colts win would put the Texans and Jaguars tied entering the final week. Which from there, I think it's just a win and the division is Houston's. Could be off on that. Besides, does not tell me divisional breakdowns. Okay. Maybe. I don't know, but it's a case where Saturday is typically like if the 1 seeds are not clinched, they typically like doing that for Saturday, but it's kind of a weird spot that they're in for that. Because there's not really a way to do the AFC 1 seeds on Saturday. And then the only 1 seeds that you would be able to would be the NFCs then, because it's would be between 3 divisional opponents. But that's assuming that Rams win, 49ers win, and the Seahawks lose. But who knows if that's probably not going to happen. I don't know. Seattle is struggling against Carolina, so it might. We won't know until like probably Tuesday what the games will be. And then from there, it's kind of just like a whatever. Yeah. Yes, like Chicago has potentially be a 1 seed team as well, which means that they might do. I don't know. It's weird because there's no like real divisional matchups that are enticing anymore because of because of Denver already clinching the division. The NFC North already being clinched. All the divisions are clinched besides the Southern divisions. So you could do, I don't know, but because if Houston and Jacksonville played each other week 18, you could have done both Southern Division on Saturday, but that's not the case. Penalty before the snap, going to be a false start on Miami, so a 1st and 15 coming up to begin the drive. What do you mean by Ewers is getting a longer leash this half? He should not be having a leash right now. You're not going to be putting Zach Wilson in at this point. Ewers in shotgun, back to his left, two receiving options to each side. 1st and 15, looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass right side, going to be overthrown and incomplete. Oh, it's just like there's a whole like because of how weird some of the matchups are for week 18. There's no like real solid way to have singular divisional games on Saturday. Because like it's both Southern divisions that would be up for grabs, but because Texans play the Colts and Jacksonville plays Tennessee, you would want those to be on roughly the same time. I do not envy the schedule makers. As Ewers is sacked on 2nd and 15, gonna lose about 9 there. Yeah, really, that's just good pass rush there on their left side. That's a crazy thing to say, T-Fun. Yes, Chicago gets the 1 seed. They would need to win out, and Seattle would need to lose, I think, one more. Ewers handoff right side can be gaining for about 2 on 3rd and 24, so the Dolphins now go 3 and out. Wasted opportunity there. What would they take for the 1 seed? Because if Chicago would need to win out for them to be the 1 seed, and they would need Seattle to lose once more. Maybe twice more? I'm just not sure how the tiebreakers would work between Chicago and Seattle. That's the weird thing. Alright, punt comes off clean. Gonna be returned beginning from the 21. Face out past the 30 and down to about the 35. So Tampa would start from there. As Carolina got an interception in the end zone. As we head to a commercial break in this one. I mean, I guess if the Steelers lose, you could do Steelers, Ravens, and Tampa, Carolina for Saturday. But no, three teams would be in contention for the 1 seed after this week. The loser of tonight's game between Chicago and San Francisco gets eliminated from 1 seed potential. So that's the thing. So if it's either for all 3 NFC West teams to be in contention for the 1 seed, Chicago would have to be eliminated tonight from the 1 seed contention. So that's where like things get a bit weird. Well, because it's if I don't know, what I'm trying to say here. So a Seahawks and a 49ers win eliminates the Rams from the division and the 1 seed. By the 49ers winning, that would eliminate the Bears from the 1 seed. So the only thing that matters would be Seahawks 49ers, and at that point, maybe NBC comes in and puts that Sunday Night Football. But if the Seahawks lose, Rams and 49ers win, you have all 3 NFC West teams in contention for the 1 seed, with a lot being with the Rams game, with the Rams games deciding what happens between the Seahawks and 49ers and which team can actually get it. You still might, but again, a Bears win would eliminate the 49ers from the 1 seed and from that division, I believe. Yeah, well, if assuming the Seahawks win, yeah, it's complicated. The playoff season and stuff is complicated this year because of just how random the teams have been. Baker and shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the left as well. Going to look to throw, quick pass left side, caught by Rashard White, and that's going to be a gain of about 5 or 6. Speaking of, I think Seattle just got a defensive touchdown. Not seeing a ruling on that yet during that game. Both yes and no. Because only 2 divisions are in play, but it's just playoff seeding can be so varied depending on outcomes. So technically, yes. Baker under center, play action looking to throw in 2nd and 4. Pressure coming, steps up, rolling left, gonna take it himself and sliding down. But gonna be marked short, a 3rd and 1 coming up. Well, last year, pretty sure the AFC North was decided. 2 years ago, the AFC East was decided on Sunday Night Football Week 18. Still can't believe Miami lost that game, but whatever. Week 18 back in 2019 decided playoff seeding, which gave the Chiefs a bye week and eliminated the Patriots basically. Part of the issue with why like week 18 has not really mattered a lot is as Baker looking to escape on 3rd and 1, rolling to his right, buying time, going to try and take it himself, and will do just that for the first. Part of the reason week 18, like final week of the season, has not really mattered to the same degree as it has before is because of because of each division only having 1 bye week. Yep. But again, in years past, there's been final weeks of the season that have had like every single bye week up for grabs, multiple divisions. Definitely in a while it's the most, yeah. Baker under center, gonna hand this off up the middle, gets past midfield and down to about the 47. Is this Baker Mayfield's first professional game in Miami? Jeez, okay. I have Seattle and Denver as the 1 seeds. Baker and shotgun back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 3. Baker looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass right side, gonna be caught to the 30. Is Tez Johnson. Because so when he briefly played in Carolina and also Los Angeles, they did not play Miami that season. When he played in Cleveland, they played Miami once, but that game was in Cleveland. And then this is the first time he's played Miami since becoming a Buccaneer. Baker and shotgun looking to throw in 1st and 10. Has time. Deep shot. Right side. Going for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Looking for Mike Evans along the sideline. Couldn't keep his feet in bounds there. As Trevor Lawrence has his 2nd rushing touchdown to put the Jaguars on top. Yeah, he's out of bounds there. All right, 2nd and 10. Baker and shotgun, a back to each side. Ball on the Miami 30. Handoff up the middle, going to be met behind the line for a loss of a yard. Dak Zeeler on the tackle for loss, and a 3rd and long coming up. I mean, you either need the Colts to win or you need the Titans to win next week. Either way, not a lot is riding on them. Baker and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. A third and a long 10. Baker looking to throw. Has some time. Rolling right. Still looking. Trying to go back up the middle. Will take it himself. Baker gets the enough for the first to the 19. Just barely. Baker Mayfield, man. His pocket presence. Miami has had multiple chances to bring him down, but they just can't quite do it. Great coverage on the back end. That is what an 0-3 start does to a team. And also the AFC South being weirdly competitive this year. Alright, so Baker under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle is Bucky Irvin past the 10 and down to the 8. Another first down for Tampa. 6.5 to play in the third. This has been a great drive for the Buccaneers. So first and goal. Baker under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Ball on the 8-yard line. Handoff up the middle, going to be met behind the line for a loss of 2. Jack Jones in the backfield. Second and goal coming up. All right. So second and goal. Bend but don't break defense. Come on. Baker and shotgun. Back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Ball in the 9-yard line. Baker, quick throw right side. Going to be caught by Rashard White. And going to be brought down at about the 7. So a gain of about 2. Now third and goal coming up. Oh, great kick return for Indy. Puts him past midfield. All right. Oh, fuck you, Rodgers. Oh, Myles Garrett had a free lane. Come on, I need him to break that sack record. I don't know how much more Browns football I can watch. All right, third and goal. Baker and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Baker looking to throw. Has some time. Pump faking and the ball's loose. Baker picks it up and going to be brought down behind the line at the 16. He has not yet. He's still a sack away. But Baker Mayfield, the ball slips out of his hands. Luckily, he picks it up for Tampa's sake. They're going to be able to get a field goal out of this. But oh, Miami was so close to another turnover in this one. All right, so on for the field goal try. Chase McLaughlin had 1 blocked earlier. That was from 55. This one from 33 in the left hash. To make this a 7-point game with under 4 minutes to play in the third. Kick is up, and it is good. All right, so a long drive for Tampa ends in a field goal. And we're at a 7-point game. Yeah, Myles Garrett is still 1 sack away. He's come close a few times, but the thing with Aaron Rodgers is he has a quick release. So it's tough to bring him down. It would be funny though if Rodgers is the one to get sacked to break the record, the same way that Brett Favre was for Michael Strahan when that happened. Oh, what a throw from Rivers. Please somebody Downs kept his feet in. Seems like he did. Oh, Dalton Kincaid is inactive for the Bills today. That's interesting. Yep, at commercial break. Hey, it's a Stranger Things commercial. Cool. Yep, at commercial break. Come on, God. Come on, Pittsburgh. Just have a blown blocking assignment for Garrett, please. No, Houston cannot get the 1 seed anymore. As Carolina just threw a pick. That's awesome. Okay. The 1 seed right now is basically between Denver and New England. The 1 seed right now is technically between Denver, New England, Buffalo, and Jacksonville. Yeah. In order for Houston to win the division, Jacksonville needs to lose once more, and that would knock them out of 1 seed contention, and thus Houston cannot get the 1 seed. Because it seems like 14 wins might be needed for the 1 seed in the AFC this year. Kickoff underway, going to bounce and be returned beginning from the 9. Face out past the 20, breaks off tackles, has space. Malik Washington with the blocker, past midfield and down to the 45. Absolute beautiful of a return for Malik Washington. Miami's going to have excellent starting field position at the Buccaneer 45. Ollie Gordon, the lead blocker in that one. A Panther fan took off their Bryce Young jersey in favor of whose jersey is that? Is that Kyle Allen jersey? Ewers in shotgun, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Ewers toss left side for Achane, gonna be met behind the line for a loss of 5. Alright. Not agree with to start that drive. Yeah. I mean, I've seen crazier because in Miami there's a ton of weird jerseys people can have. But it's always great to see stuff like that. Alright, so a 2nd and 15 now. Ewers under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Ewers toss left side for Achane once again, and this time there's better blockings. He breaks tackles past the 40-35 and out of bounds to the 31. There we go. Yeah. It's Carolina. Yeah, Tampa winning out. No, that'll be 9-8. It's not possible for an 8-9 team to win the NFC South. Because it's either Tampa wins out and thus gets to 9-8, or Carolina loses this and wins week 18. Achane handoff up the middle, gonna get about 7. Actually, no, yeah, Tampa. So it's a Tampa and Carolina both lose this week, and then Tampa wins next week. It's how an 8-9 team wins the South. And Carolina is down 17-3 right now, so it's possible. But was in 2020 when the Commanders won the West, they were like 7 and what were they? They were like 6-10. Ewers under center, back and fullback behind him, ball on the Tampa 25-yard line. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Achane once again, trying to bounce it left side, breaks off a tackle, and gonna get the first and down to the 20. D-Fox, look at the divisional stand-ins for the NFC East in 2020. It was terrible. And still somehow Washington nearly beat Tampa in a wild card that year. No, they didn't get past a wild card. They were like they lost it. They lost to the Tom Brady led Buccaneers by like 7. Taylor Heineke nearly became a Washington legend. As Mo Alley Cox touchdown catch, so Colts retake the lead. Ewers under center, back and fullback behind him. Play action, looking to throw. Pass right side, going to be tipped at the line and incomplete. 7A. I was someone like that. Still. I was gonna say 7-10, but I was like, wait, no, that was before. That was the year right before the 17-game season. So I was like, yeah, 6-10 works. That was Jason Pierre-Paul on the pass breakup. Former Dolphin. He had like 2 weeks in Miami. Yeah, I think that was the year where Dak Prescott broke his ankle or something. Yeah. Ewers under center, gonna toss this right side, but there's a penalty to call this play dead. Gonna be a false start in Miami. Yeah. That would be hilarious. That would be funny. Yeah, the 8-9 team winning the Super Bowl. It's possible. Oh, that's not Myles Garrett who got the sack. Ugh. All right, 2nd and 15 coming up. .46 seconds to play in the third. Ewers in shotgun, gonna hand this off left side. And that's gonna get inside the 20 and down to about the 17. So you get your yards back from the false start and then some. Jalen Wright on the carry. And that might bring us to the 2-minute warning. Not 2-minute warning, end of the third, I mean. Yep, Miami can let this clock run. And they're going to. End of the third quarter. 15 minutes remain. Dolphins up by 7. Looking to play spoiler to Tampa. Make it so week 18 is a must win for them. It was going to be anyway, but still. Yep, Miami goes another third quarter without putting up points, because of course they did. So at commercial break now. And at commercial break. Yeah, the FIFA World Cup is coming up next year. Miami is the second game to enter the fourth quarter. Cincy leads 30-7 against Carolina. Cleveland leads 10-6 against Pittsburgh. Tennessee leads 23-17 against New Orleans. Colts lead 17-14 against Jacksonville. Patriots are up 42-3 against the Jets. Drake May has 5 passing touchdowns. Yeah, and then Seattle leads 17-3 against Carolina. I probably will actually get this. I probably will get to stream Tankable. In that case, let me make those graphics real quick, just in case I can instantly get stuff going. Because it is seeming likely now. We got an hour until that game starts. Typically, a quarter takes roughly 30 minutes, so we'll see. Just in case, I'm going to make those real quick. So that way I have. Not take long. The AI Coca-Cola commercial again. Oh yeah. It was a good thing I have my Raiders jersey still. Otherwise I wouldn't. But because I have my Raiders jersey, I could use an excuse to wear that again. I actually do like it. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Miami is facing a 3rd and goal from about the 3rd and 7-ish. All right, 3rd and 7 from the 17. Ewers in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Ewers going to look to throw. Pass right side, going to be caught by Malik Washington, but not enough for the first. He gets brought down at the 13. So it was a 4th and 2 just about. And Miami's going to send out Riley Patterson in the field goal unit. Just to make this back to a 10-point lead. That was Miami's 2nd drive of the half. All right, Riley Patterson on 31-yard kick from the right hash. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. Miami back to a 10-point lead. And we're back to a commercial break. That's the wrong way. At commercial break. As the possibility of me going live with Giants Raiders is increasing, I'm on a different monitor here making the thumbnail and stuff for that. That was not the initial intention, but I'm not going to pass up that opportunity. So, might as well be prepared in case it is. This is the main color I use for the Raiders. Yep, at commercial break. Still at commercial break. I just sped ran past the Fear Factor commercial. What image does ESPN use for the stadium? That would be funny. There's gonna be someone. There's gonna be a hero in this game between the Giants and Raiders that the fan base is not gonna like immediately afterwards because they cost them the 1st overall pick. That's not a good image of Allegiant. What the? I don't get ESPN. ESPN's image for Hard Rock is an image of Sun Life Stadium. I don't get it. ESPN does not make sense to me with some of their images sometimes. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tampa will begin from the 35. All right, 1st and 10 from their own 35 for Tampa. Baker in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 1st and 10. Baker looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass deep, left side, going to be overthrown and incomplete. Then there's the penalty. Calling DPI against Mike Evans. Going to be an offensive DPI. I'll take it. Saying they tried to push off there. Offensive pass interference. Going to make this a 1st and long now. Yeah, he does push off a bit there. I thought for sure it could be against Miami. Yeah, there's a bit of a push off. So now a 1st and 20. Baker in shotgun. Back to his right, 2 receivers to each side, ball on their own 25, man in motion left to right. Baker going to look to throw once again, quick pass right side, caught by Egbuka, and going to be brought down for a gain of about 6. So 2nd and 14 now for Tampa. As the broadcast is talking about Sam Darnold. Baker in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Play clock winding down. Ball on their own 31. Baker looking to throw once again. Pump faking, pass back left side, going to be caught by Godwin and going to be brought down near the 37, maybe 38 yard line. Going to be a 3rd and about 7. Yeah, 3rd and 7 for Tampa. Down by 10. As it stands with the score of the Seahawks and Panthers game, they're still going to be fine. But them losing this game like this has not looked good for them. Stuff's made. All right, 3rd and 7. And I believe that's KJ Britt being looked at by the medical staff right now for Miami. Yeah. Garrett got so close again. Myles Garrett has come like a second away from getting the record-breaking sack multiple times in this game. All right, Baker in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. 3rd and 7 from their own 37.5 yard line. Baker looking to throw. Miami sends pressure. Pass over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for Mike Evans. Jason Marshall with the pass breakup. And the Dolphins force a 3 and out. Good hit to force that ball loose. Maybe gets there a bit early, but again, the broadcast is showing it in slow down speed. In actual motion, that's very bang bang. So good job by the refs to keep the penalty in there. Yep, so Tampa will punt. Miami forces the 3 and out. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned to begin in front. Nope, going to bounce. And that's a great Tampa bounce. And be downed at the 4. Great punt for Tampa. All right, at commercial break after the 3 and out. At commercial break. It'll be Miami ball from their own 4-yard line after the great punt by Tampa. As Bryce Young with a rushing touchdown to bring it within 7. Things are getting interested in Carolina again. All right, just getting back from commercial break. After 5 touchdown passes for Drake May, Josh Dobbs enters the game for New England. All right, 1st and 10. Ewers in shotgun, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Ewers gonna try and hand this off, but there's gonna be penalties down for a false start. They're now gonna make it 1st and 12 from the 2. Yeah, that's a tough penalty there. All right, so Ewers in shotgun, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Tight end in motion, left to right. Ewers gonna hand this off up the middle, and gonna be a loss of a yard. Now there is a penalty, but it's a loss of a yard as it stands for Devon Achane. It's holding against Miami. That will be declined, so 2nd and 13 coming up. Ewers in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 13 from their own 1-yard line. Ewers play action, pass right side, gonna be a gain of about a yard. That's Darren Waller on the reception, and a 3rd and 12 coming up. Yeah, no, they read that play well. Waller a bit shaken up afterwards, it seems. But 3rd and 12. I haven't even thought about what happens if the Jaguars and Colts tie. Ewers fake a toss right, pass it back left, is caught with space for a 1st down past the 15 and down to the 17. Julian Hill on the reception. And Miami's offense gets some breathing room with a gain of 15 on 3rd and 12. And so the Jaguars tie would knock him out of 1 seed contention. All right. So Ewers under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Handoff left side, gonna fight his way for maybe a yard. As Miami's gonna focus on just killing some clock now as well. So 2nd and 9. Ten to play in the game. Ewers in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Ewers going to hand this off left side for Jalen Wright, and that's going to be stuffed at the line for no gain. Tampa's really selling to stop the run here now. So 3rd and 9. Ewers in shotgun, 3 receiving options to the right, 2 to the left, looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Cedric Wilson. And I think that's going to be marked just short. Going to be a 4th and 1. But yep. So a drive that started from your own 4-yard line, you end up killing about 5. Like, how much time did Miami kill on that drive? Miami killed 4 minutes of clock on that drive. They started from their own 4-yard line. I'll take that. Punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at the 22. So 8:37 to play in the game, and out comes Tampa. Yep, add commercial break. Yep, add commercial break. There's 11 minutes to play between Jacksonville and Indy. 10 minutes to play between Seattle and Carolina. Come on, Pittsburgh, just let Garrett get the sack. They handed it off to Gainwell, a bunch of... Alright, still at commercial break. We await Tampa's next drive down by 10. Alright, just getting back from commercial break. First and 10 from their own 22. Mike Evans being held to a single catch so far today. Baker in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. First and 10. Baker looking to throw. Quick pass left side, going to be caught by Igbuka, and that's going to get to about the 29. Gain of roughly 7. $8:20 to play in the game. Baker in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Looking to throw once again, has some time. Step in left, pass over the middle. Gonna be incomplete. Nice hit from Ashton Davis to force that ball loose. Now a 3rd and 3 coming up. Third and 3, 8:09 to play in the game. Baker alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball on their own 29, looking to throw. Quick pass right side, can be caught with space. Past the 40, 45, past midfield. The other 45 are now out of bounds near the 43. Jalen McMillan on the reception. And Tampa's well into plus territory. So first and 10, Baker in shotgun, looking to throw once again. Pressure coming and breaks off one would-be sack. Now rolling left. Pass left side going to be caught for a gain of about 11 from Mike Evans. How did Baker break free from that? As Evans is on the sideline now, a little shaken up. It's Quentin Bell, who just couldn't quite bring down Baker Mayfield. He tried to wrap him up high. Just couldn't quite bring him down. Baker looking to throw once again. Pass left side, gonna be intercepted. It's picked off. Return past the 20, 25 to the 26. Ashton Davis with the interception. And with 6:56 to go, Miami up by 10 with the ball right back. Directly to Ashton Davis. Not a chance for the Buccaneer receiver. And it'll be Miami ball. And we're at commercial break afterwards. At commercial break. All right, at commercial break. Seattle has second and 8 from the 10. Ooh, nearly a great grab there. It's a 4-point game between Cleveland and Pittsburgh right now. No one has scored in the second half in that game. All right, it's going to give Myles Garrett another chance to break the record. The Steelers have been honed in on him though today, making sure he's not the one, making sure they're not the team that he breaks the record against. All right, so Miami's second interception of the game. Ewers under center, back behind him. Gonna hand this off right side for Devon Achane, who's gonna be met behind the line for a loss of a yard. So 2nd and 11. Come on, would really like points on this drive. Yes, you want to kill time as well, but you also want points. Extend this lead. Wait. Are the Jets rolling out their backup? No, they're not. Okay, that was a trick play then. Ewers in shotgun, back to his right, two receiving options to each side. Hand off to Achane up the middle. Gonna maybe get a yard. Yeah, I like the idea of running a bit more, but you still want to get positive yards off of these runs. Tampa is 7-1 when throwing no interceptions this season. 0-7 with 1+ interception. That's crazy. Ewers in shotgun, a back to each side. 3rd and roughly 11. Ewers looking to throw. Has some time. Pass right side. Gonna be incomplete. Looking for Waddle. Was a bit behind, and the Dolphins go 3 and out off the interception. Yeah, a little bit behind Waddle. If he throws that towards the sideline, it's a first down. But that's where, like, him and Ewers have not been throwing as much to each other. Oh, Jacksonville just picked off Indy. All right, punt comes off clean. And this is going to go out of bounds, probably what, near like the 30. So at commercial break after going 3 and out. This is the 30-second commercial break. $5:20 to play in the game. Ewers. Baker in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Man in motion right to left. Ball on their own 32. Baker looking to throw. Pass left side, going to be caught by Godwin, up past the 40 and down to about the 42. Going to be enough for a first. But Myles Garrett's coming so close to getting that final sack. Come on. Baker in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw once again. Pass over the middle, going to be caught by Godwin and gets up to about midfield. Gains of about 8. Yeah, they're doubling Myles Garrett. He cannot get home. That was Waddle's first target of the game. Baker looking to throw in 2nd and 3. Pass deep, right side. It is incomplete. Looking for Egbuka, kind of in a double coverage there with Jack Jones and Melifonwu in the vicinity. So 3rd and 3 coming up. 3rd and 3. Baker in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Baker looking to throw. Has some time. Dump off right side. Gonna be not enough for the first. He's forced out just short. Bucky Irvin on the reception. A fourth and about 1 coming up. And the offense is staying on the field for Tampa. Baker in shotgun. Back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Quick pass left side. Gonna be Godwin enough for the first. Gets past the 45 to 40 and out of bounds to the 39. As Jacksonville just took a 3-point lead over the Colts. All right, 1st and 10. 4:26 to play in the game. Baker in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Ball on the Miami 39-yard line. Baker looking to throw. Has time. Pass left side. Going to be caught and brought down near the 31-yard line. So a gain of about 8. Baker in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side looking to throw. Pressure coming. Baker is hit. The ball's loose. Who has it? Bradley Chubb forces it loose. Who has it? I would move away from the pile there, Bradley Chubb. And it's Miami ball. Let's go. Bradley Chubb forces the fumble. It's the 3rd turnover of the game forced by this Miami defense. The 2nd of the quarter. And with 3:55 to play, Quentin Bell picks up the fumble. And it's Miami ball. Bradley Chubb. Man, it's such a weird situation with Bradley Chubb in the offseason because he's done so much good for Miami. Like he's been playing well, but his contract is in such a weird spot with where this team is currently. All right, 1st and 10. Need a drive here. Build off of this turnovers. Back-to-back drives with a forced turnover from this defense. Ewers in shotgun, back behind him as well as to his right. Gonna toss this right side for Devon Achane, who's gonna have some blockers past the 40 and down to about the 48. All right. The Bengals have scored 37 points, and not one of those touchdowns were to T. Higgins. I'm upset. Second and 4, 3:20 to play in the game and counting. Ewers in shotgun, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Tight end in motion, left to right. Ewers handoff up the middle for Achane, going to get maybe a yard off of it. 3 minutes to play. A 3rd and 3 coming up, and Tampa's going to start calling timeouts. There's their first. So 3rd and 3. Ewers in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. And now Miami will call their first time out. They're not going to get that snap off in time. 3:04 to play. A chance to play. Can we even call this play in spoiler if the Panthers are seemingly going to lose? Hey, the Saints just took the lead over Tennessee. That game's been great. Saints Titans has been a great back and forth one. So 3rd and 3. Ewers in shotgun. Back to his left, looking to throw. Pump fake, and he's going to take it himself up the middle. That's enough for the first, sliding down at the 45. Quinn Ewers picks up the first with his legs, and Tampa calls their second timeout. Just a nice tuck it and run, and make sure you get that first. .258 to play in the game. Ewers under center. Back and fullback behind him. 1st and 10 from the Buccaneer 45. Toss left side. Breaks off 1 tackle and going to pick up about 3 or 4. All right, Devon Achane makes something out of nothing there. So 2nd and 7, Tampa calls their final timeout with 2:54 to play. We're at the point where a first down. Hey, Trey McBride finally has a touchdown grab. Ewers under center, going to toss this right side and going to get to about the 40 there for Devon Achane. So a 3rd and 5 coming up. Miami's going to need one more play before the 2-minute warning. Ideally, it's a first, and we can get this game over with. If this game ends in the next 10 minutes, I might be able to go live with Giants Raiders. We'll see. The only other issue is kind of want to be able to get more water before then, but I'll deal with it. Yeah, the Panthers are seemingly going to lose this game against Seattle. Ewers end around right side for Malik Washington. Can't really get much blocking, but does get about 2. Inside the 40. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. All right, 2-minute warning. Miami up by 10. There's a 4th and about 5 coming up. You're on the Buccaneer 39. You push that back 7-ish to the 56-yarder, 57-yarder. Miami's at right about the career long for Riley Patterson. You could try it. I think the better decision is to just go for it. Because if you try the field goal and you miss, you set him up at about midfield. Down by 10, that would be too much space. At least if you go for it and don't get it, you're still going to put him inside the 40. As yeah, the Seahawks just took a 17-point lead with 2:30 to play. Steelers down by 7, looking to tie things up here. This would be the perfect moment for Myles Garrett to get his sack. A game-sealing one against Pittsburgh. Rodgers just releases it too quick. Still at commercial break for the 2-minute warning. I'll say if Miami goes for it to get the first, that will seal the game. Still at commercial break. All right, just getting back from commercial break. It's a 4th down, and Ewers is on the sideline. So Miami's going to send out Riley Patterson in the field goal unit to make this a 13-point game with under 2 minutes to play. Oh no, they're going to punt it away, actually. I'm more than fine with that. Punt comes off clean. Bailey looking to pin them deep. It's going to be fair caught at... No, bouncing. And going to be downed at the 8. So real quick, Cincy leads 37-14. Cleveland leads 13-6 as the Steelers have a 2nd and goal. New Orleans lead 27-26 over Tennessee. Jacksonville leads 20-17 over the Colts. We're nearing the 2-minute warning in that game. Patriots lead 42-10 and Seahawks lead 27-10. Steelers now on a 3rd and goal. All right, 1st and 10. Baker in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 9-yard line. Baker looking to throw. Quick pass right side can be caught by Godwin with space. The 30, 35 pass to 40. 45 pass midfield. 45, 40. 35 and down to the Miami 32. That's a pickup you cannot let happen this late into a game. Rodgers threw another incompletion. It's now 4th and goal. So game comes down to this. Yeah, and the rookie all-purpose yards record. Baker pass right side can be caught down to about the 19 for Cade Otton. So 1st and goal coming up for Tampa as they're going hurry up. A minute 05 to play. Baker in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. The key thing is Miami's bringing them down inbounds. Baker, pass, right side, end zone is overthrown and incomplete with a penalty down. We're going to see who this is on. It's defensive pass interference against Rasul Douglas. Gonna make it 1st and goal. Ugh. As Rodgers' pass on 4th and goal is incomplete, the Cleveland Browns will win by 7. As Myles Garrett has to wait 1 more week to set the record. Oh, Trey McBride set a record? I did not see that yet. Hell yeah. Ravens Steelers next week is for the division. It's a winner take all. 1st and goal from the 4. Baker in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Baker rolling left, looking to throw. Pass, back of the end zone, wide open. Mike Evans, touchdown Tampa. They bring this within 4, potentially 3. As they just had a masterful drive there. Gonna come down to the onside kick. Miami failed most receptions. Damn. I'm honestly not surprised by that. Miami failed to recover an onside kick a few weeks back against New Orleans. As the extra point is up and good. Miami failed to get the extra point. Miami failed to get the onside kick against New Orleans a few weeks back. Are they going to improve their onside kick ways in this one to seal this game? And the Steelers can be without DK Metcalf next week against Baltimore. The Ravens are still alive. 50 seconds remain in this one. Yeah, I mean, again, Miami gets the onside kick and they go instantly into kneel downs. I might be able to get stuff set up properly for Raiders and Giants real quick. We'll see. It's going to be cutting it close. And so the Panthers have lost by 17. I've not seen anything on that yet. I'm sure I will at some point. Every main reporter right now is talking about the AFC North and NFC South and how next week is for the division in both of those. All right, the onside kick. Miami failed to get this against New Orleans a few weeks back. Can they get it here? Kick is underway. And Miami has it at the 48. So that will do it. Is that Devon Achane recovering the onside kick? So Miami pulls off the upset. They get the win in week 17. And they travel to New England next week, who just completely destroyed the Jets this week. So Miami's gonna need to kneel this one down once or twice. So let me quickly, I might as well just wait. All right, there's the first kneel down. Gonna need one more. Quinn Ewers gets his first career win as a starter in the NFL. In the first half, he played great. The second half, Miami's entire offense kind of slowed down there for a second. As there is the final kneel down. Miami wins 20-17. Quinn Ewers, first career start, gets the win. I'm going to quickly end the stream now so I can make sure I get Giants and Raiders set up to go live for that game. Hope to see you all there. If not, have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.